Good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Just give me a second. Lights. All lights I have made them. Movable. This light was static, so I'm just changing it to movable. Compile, save.
Sir, we're not able to see the screen, sir.
Sorry, I forgot to.
Uh, yes,
Okay. So now you can see my screen, right?
yes, sir. Now it's
Okay. So till this, so we have worked and we added this foliage also. So just to as we planned, like I create break this surface and create some hole or something. So I just imported my model to Maya so I can because I want to do it really quickly. I don't want to waste any time. So let's see surface. What is
Good afternoon, sir.
very good afternoon. So I just want to create a hole here. So just take a expand this. So it will create a hole here. I'm just going to boolean this geometry. So I'm doing it in Maya, so it's a little faster. Uh, but the process is same only. Section, friends. Yeah. So I just created this hole in my model. This part UV is there. I just have to fix it. Mhm. Blend 7 is applied, so I make sure same material is applied to entire thing. Go on. I have to like correct this geometry also. So we can use like cut tool in Max. Also joining. Whenever this kind of shading happens, just create a triangle. It will fix that problem. So I connected all of them, and there are like few lines I can see it's issue. So I'll fix this also. Connect. Clean. Connect. Though it's this part is not visible, the still cleaning is always important. Okay. Yes. Exported the entire thing. Now to check it. We just created the whole export selection. And it should be FBX. And re-import it. So, okay. This is the main problem. sequence changed. Unlit this color. So now I have a hole, you can see here, and UV is not accurate. So just fix the UV quickly. This part. Ah, much better. And now this part I have to check, like this texture changed here. Ah, texture changed here. So I need to fix this. Oh, this is supposed to be this one. This one's supposed to be the blue one. So this happens like when you multiple times like install or like update something, this thing happens. Staircase was that orange material. See wall. Okay. So now I got this crack in my this thing, and this my scene also kind of ready. So now I have to fix this thing. Direction of the light. Let's make it super bright so that I can see everything, like where it's moving. Where is the light? Somewhere else. Rotation. Inside this. Now I can work with rotation. So now I can see light is penetrating this surface. It's pretty bright because outside light it has to be bright, and it should now you can see, now you can see all those dust also. Now it's visible. Previously it wasn't visible. So now let's see skylight. For sky, like I was like initially it was like 128 only, and instead like a scale like, the intensity was 1, so I can make it 2 or something, make it a little brighter. Make it a little brighter. Let's check in play mode once. See, you can see it clearly, but those rays of light are not visible because those light rays should be visible. So how to make that visible? So we have to check if I have any fog in my scene. No, I don't have any fog in my scene. So I have to add a fog. Oh, sorry, fog, exponential height fog, atmospheric fog. So now I'll select exponential height fog, scroll down. There is something called volumetric fog. Switch it on. The moment you switch on, you see this ray of light. Previously it wasn't there, so now it's here.
Yes.
Right, so like it's like with this, like everything have like connected things, right? So like to make that light visible, I have to place the light, plus to make the ray visible I have to switch on the volumetric fog. So with that, now I can see this volumetric fog pretty strong. And now if I play, so I can see that haziness there and that light, super bright light. Now you can see my entire scene become pretty bright. And what is this? Oh, I was like trying to create. I was like trying to create a metro this thing. So accidentally, I have imported that also. I would remove this. So now we have this fog plus dust particles and everything. So now to make it more interesting. So if you remember, I asked you to like there are a lot of free stuff available in marketplace, right? Download those things and you'll get a lot of stuff. There's something called Godray. Uh, you can see Godray. It looks like an empty this thing. Open it's this is I have downloaded. It's a blueprint. So blueprint we don't touch it. So that's why I have like downloaded this one. And if viewport you can see nothing is there. It's kind of empty only. Nothing is there. And there are multiple Godrays. You can see a lot of Godrays are there. You can check. So to check them, the easiest way will be drag drop into your scene. So now you can see that array here, rotation, rotate, and place it like this. So if you place it like this, what will happen? This Godray, you can see there is slight movement is there. So now if you use this, then the fog, this exponential height fog is not required. I can use this only directly. Godray. So only thing I have to fix it properly and scale it. So I have to place multiple of this. One, maybe you can it won't widen it up. I can only scale in overall. I can scale it like this in direction. So alt drag, create multiple. Now you can see it looks much better. You have those rays, bounce lights, and it looks like it's moving. Slightly movement is there. So we can create it like this. So it's like now like basic setup is ready. It's about beautifying the scene, how we can make it beautify the scene and make it believable. And one more thing I can see here clearly, like my foliage, it's not moving. My foliage is all dead. It's not, there's no movement, there's no animation, nothing. So it looks very bad. So I have to fix that. So I'll go to foliage. So this is we can select any of them, and I can just simply open it. Material, I can open it, and let's go to main material. So main material, everything is correct. Now I have to add some movement here. Let's see. Oh, it's already there. I guess not switched on. Oh, see, wind is off. I have to switch it on. That's it. So that's the best part of Megascan materials. Most of the things you need, you require for your assets is already there. It's already like there. You just have to use it and modify, like, switch it on, switch it off, modify it according to your requirement. I just switch it on. Now it will get all the movement. I guess I need to do this for all the foliage. Let's see. Oh, all are moving. Okay, nice. I don't have to do it. Same thing. Now my scene looks a little bit more lively because I can see it's like moving and interacting. Now in my scene, like if there is a broken this kind of thing, that means I need to add some amount of some dirt or something dripping or maybe some overgrown foliage, those things. So how do I do it? For this, like I will create a foliage here. So in last class, I guess we started speed tree, and we had checked like how to create basic tree and all in speed tree, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what we'll do, like what I'll do is I'll generate some foliage depending upon this geometry. So let's switch off this and go here. I'll just simply hide most of things. Hide, hide, and this is my main this thing section. So speed tree scale is very small. So what I'll do, I'm not going to modify anything here. I just simply going to scale it. Shift, just simply going to scale it into G as a group. I'm going to scale it down really small on the grid. So now it should work. And if I need, I can move it slightly up also. That's to oh, this thing anyway is down only. So I have this thing. Now select this, export it as OBJ for, because I need to because of why I'm doing it. So like those creepers, plants we create around or like vegetation we generate like overgrown foliage and all. So manually doing is very difficult and it takes a huge amount of time. So in this case, we'll be using speed tree. It will be super fast. Open my speed tree. I can use anything from here, or I can use any preset like this or previously opened file. So I'm be using a blank empty thing so that you see like what I'm doing exactly. Empty. It's an empty scene. Nothing is there. So now first thing first, I need to have a mesh. My mesh that I have created plus, and it's in my this folder. Copy its native dialog box and for speed tree import it. So for the moment you import this thing, it will ask like what to do with this geometry, what you want to do. You want to grow your foliage on it, you want to grow your foliage around it, like what you want to do. So in this case I want to grow foliage creeper around it, so I'll select this one, click OK. So by default, like due to some strange reason, it came like this. So I can rotate obviously. Yeah. I rotated this thing. So I see it's pretty small. So it's good only because for a speed tree, if it's small scale, it will work very easily and nicely. So first thing first, right click, add a trunk. You can see it's pretty huge. So number of trunk I can increase 5 or 6. Select this length. I have to reduce. Like I can increase the length. Angle is fine. Noise, gravity. Oh, radius I need to reduce and make it bit. Oh, sorry, very small. Way too much. Make them really small. And this is something you can control with this also. Radius. And now this outer radius, this thing I can increase. I want to grow around all the pillars. All the pillars I want to grow around it. So select my trunk. Now radius is fine. Now I want to like move this thing all in all direction. So let's see. No position. So I can move it, randomize, rotation also I can change, scalar position. If I want to change, I can manually change it like this also. Double click and create node, change it like this, randomize basically. So random all this thing, and here I can see 1 and 2 is going inside. That means I have to fix the position. Cannot go inside. Now let's this particular this trunk or creeper, I want to wrap around this surface. So what I have to do is select this, and you can see there is something called force. There's something called mesh force. So mesh force says 1. That means there is one mesh available in your pipeline. Click this, and you can see this is force. Sorry, click on the force. Here you can see for speed tree model is there. Click on this. You can see it started wrapping around the surface. See, it's wrapping, it started wrapping around the surface. Strength you can increase, you can make it really strong, and like you can go to node beast. So click on any one of them. And move it near to this. I can modify this thing, and this I don't want it this side. It looks way too much symmetrical. And that hole. So it's like you see it's like looks kind of nice now. Yeah. Make sure it looks random. Overgrown foliage, and I can increase the count, maybe 7 or 8, 9. Now we'll have better like options. Node based again, select. I can modify it. This looks a little unnatural. Yeah, this one is coming outside. Okay. So my basic structure is ready. Now I'll right click, add big branches. So it will generate random branches. But again, I have to go to force and enable force. So it wraps around the surface. Right click, select. I can have little branches, go to force, switch on this also, wraps around this thing. Because creepers are like that. It always like stick to the wall or any surface. So you have to make sure it looks like that only. Then right click, add tweaks, and tweaks I can keep it free floating. And because and frequency I can increase, tweaks I can increase, so make it a little bigger. Little branches also, if I want, I can increase, so make it a little denser. And now I need leaves. So leaves I can just simply apply this thing, texture or something. So for this I'll add some texture first, or leaves I'll add. Right click, leaf mesh, applied a leaf mesh, and its size you can see it's pretty huge. So I need to reduce the size, scale. I can reduce it like this, and I can make it like even smaller given the scale of a scene. And I can duplicate this, Control C, Control V, duplicate and connect it here also. One more leaf, and these leaves I can make it slightly bigger. Like older leaves are usually slightly bigger, new leaves are usually slightly smaller. Or I can just simply change it like this, directional wise. So I have more variation. Leaves, number of leaves I can definitely increase. So you can see, like in few clicks, my entire foliage and this thing is ready. And now I want texture for this. So I'll go to material plus, so bark I'll select and drag drop to bark. All the barks are ready. And leaves I can select. So material, one more material, leaf shape. So I'm using this default only. I can modify, replace this with my Megascan textures also. That also works beautifully. This leaves and the other one. So all leaves are generated, and you can see it's coming outside here also. So now my entire foliage is ready, and I feel this looks a little odd. I'll go to node based and move it close to this, or maybe some other direction. Yeah, this is better. This also looks slightly odd. So my, you can see foliage is ready with texture in like 10-15 minutes. So once you're happy with this, you're done with this, go to export mesh. So export mesh, you can do this, or you can just select the entire thing. Export selected mesh also you can do. And then export this thing, make sure use the same folder. Let's see. Just create a new folder, so everything will be saved there. So now what do you want to do with this? I want to create this entire thing, material, texture, and like what format you want, targa. So all these things I can define here from here. So I can fix everything and then click on OK. That's it. I don't have to do anything else. The scale is one, like whatever the scale is here, export. It will export material, texture, and mesh. And if you go here, you can see your model, smart material, and all the textures here. So copy, Unreal, mesh. So here now I can, if I want, I can delete all these unwanted this thing. Just to keep it clean. It looks messy here. Sorry, what happened? Deleted the 1, 2, 3 only. Let it be. Now I have to import that. So right click, import, paste the path. I can see, select this, open, import all. It will import all materials and plus the geometry, texture. You can see whatever is applied, everything is imported here. You can double click and open it, save all. The only difference will be it was slightly flipped because this thing max sorry, Unreal orientation and their orientation is slightly different. It's 90-degree flipped. So I can open this file, I can see here, and you can see it's really tiny, really small. And one thing I can notice, alphas are not there. So what I'll do is I'll import all my textures, all the textures, select all the textures. Or can I import this? I'm not sure about this one. No. Drag, drop those textures here. All right. Just give me a second. There's little error. So I have imported all the maps. So let's open the material. And here I can see only diffuse and normal is connected. Only this one. Here I can see alpha, subsurface. Subsurface, if I want, I can add. If I don't want, I can remove it. And subsurface color is also there. So I need this ambient occlusion and gloss. Gloss is basically exactly opposite of your roughness. So drag drop it here. Opacity. So select this, make it masked. Opacity, opacity mask. So all three are set. This is gloss and this is ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion directly to ambient occlusion. And gloss is exactly inverted version of roughness. So what I have to invert this thing. So how to invert it? Right click, type one, sorry, yes, minus or one minus. You'll see, connect this. One minus is basically invert and connect it to roughness. Save it. So now if, this thing is ready. Now bark only AO and gloss is there. That is I want to connect this thing and ambient version. Ambient to ambient and gloss. Right click, minus one minus roughness. That's it. This I can keep it as of now. Save all. Keep saving your files. Otherwise, in case you messed up something, it will be a problem. So now drag drop to your scene. First thing, location make it 000 and scale make it maybe 100 or something. I've checked Maya like how much I have reduced. Uh, okay, 0.58 and rotate it 90 degree. So let's see, 90. Or I can just simply import into Max or Maya and then check the position and then bring it here. It's in the air, connected. So now I can see these things are not correct. It cannot grow here. This is also cannot grow here. One can grow here and go there. That is possible. Yeah. Placement, correct placement. Now these things have to fix. So here I can see all these I don't want. Delete. So undo. Oh, so you can see what I just like deleted. So it resets everything. So I have to fix this. Trunk maybe 4. Node based. Move it here. Maybe on the ground somewhere here. Can push it down like this also, or generate it near to this surface. This is much better, right? This one is much better. So I can select this, export this one, _02, number 2 file. No, okay. It will export this file one more time. So this time, what I can do is I can simply import this new one here, import. Those materials are already there, so I don't have to recreate those materials. And this one, I can see the scale, position, and everything. Copy the scale first, drag drop this new one here, 0, scale, paste it. See, instantly. For this, I don't have to do any rotation or anything. Now hit play. Okay. For this, I have to check collision. I believe collision. Player start. Let's, so I have to check the collision of this foliage. Double click and collision block all, or I can just simply make it no collision. Usually, if you like play games, like most of the foliage you can just simply walk through, except trees and all. Collision, no collision. Let's play. So now you can see all overgrown foliage. So I can see this thing growing on platform. It's not nice. So this is this one I have to delete. So platform one I have to delete. Yeah, this is much better. And it's like few leaves. You can see only few leaves and few things I have added here. Now I can add more foliage and make it more dense, like nicely overgrown. And like for this entire scene looks pretty lit, so I can reduce some light, like because if it's a overgrown old abandoned station, so you cannot have like functioning, like properly functioning lights and all. So I can delete few lights. You see, looks much better and way better than previously. So now this thing, but why it looks so dark here and my scene it looks so bright? Just give me a second. Post process. Check my post process. What I did here. It's correct. No, I'm not using anything here. Just looks fine only. Save current. So now in my scene, suppose because I have all this overgrown foliage, but if I want to make add more foliage, make it even little denser and little nicer, so I can definitely do that. So because this also needs some amount of foliage, so that is something like now I can use foliage paint and create those things. You can see 3D plants. I have a lot of plants. There are a lot of creepers also there. You can see there are a lot of creepers also there in um, Unreal already. So to paint this, what I can do is go to mode, foliage, and select all of them. It's loading. Loaded, yeah, and drop it here. So all of this are selected. Select all of them, scale, make it like 5278. Let's see. So you can see if I paint here, nothing generates. If I paint here, then only it generates. Right? It's too big. 1/2. So if I paint on the ground, see, it generates like this. But on wall, if I try to paint, it doesn't work. So for that, what I have to do is there's something called align to normal is there. So if, because it's direction of the line, like this thing, normal, it's working. So here, if I switch off this, let's see, still not growing. Scaling, don't have to touch normal. This random pitch slope, I believe. This one I have to make sure 90 degree, not working. Invert 90 degree. Yeah, now it's started working. Now it will grow everywhere wherever you paint. Like suppose here you want to paint, I can definitely paint it and create some overgrown foliage. Density, if I want, I can increase it slightly. Right now it feels like way too like light. And go outside and add some foliage here. And I can make it like 360 also. So it will grow everywhere. Reduce the brush size. too much. I need to fix few things. It's not moving and it's become like a barricade kind of thing. So I fix those things. It doesn't look natural, so I have to fix it. It's too much. It doesn't look very nice. So I'll just simply delete those and recreate it. So all of them, and I can just simply remove them from here. I can drag drop it again, but wherever it's needed, only few. If I did overdid it basically. Angle again, I can fix it. Randomize. 45, let's see. 90 degree. So create this shadow, nice shadow. You can see this green overgrown foliage. Now I can add some grass or some few things. I guess we have grass also. Yeah, see, so many grass and all these things are there. This is his dandelion, I believe. It's not dandelion, some other plant. So like this, we can just like populate our scene, make everything like really beautiful. All of them are selected. Randomization also two. It's very small by 4. Density I can increase. Make it little dense in few areas, especially corners and all. And you can see like I'm painting millions of plants and thousands of plants, but it's not lagging. So if you do it with foliage, it won't lag. But if you do it manually, it will lag. There's debris. We have a lot of garbage pile. This thing have to delete. Like this, I'll add dirt and debris, and then I'll add some foliage there, make it look like overgrown. See, let's see. Now the scene, I need to make it a little darker. I have to delete few lights and make it darker and nice. So you can see, I need to make it dirty. That's the only thing is remaining. Now I have to make everything dirty. And little darker. So this kind of lighting is fine. You can see it looks very nice. When you have this like really contrast, like good dark areas, light areas, it looks very nice. So I'll delete this one and then I'll bring it back, and you can see all these dust particle now. It makes better, makes it look better. So you can switch it to cinematic view, and let's see, and we'll place some nice camera, nice angle, and delete this and make it little dirtier and make it look like a bit really interesting. There's no confusion, right? This is like pretty simple.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can create it like this. Like it's just a process. It's all about the process. It's like the rest of the things are pretty easy. It's not very difficult. You can definitely do it easily. Okay, let's take that lens. Devashi is present. Prithviraj present. Robin Babu present. Shubham present. So work on it, and like and tomorrow also we have class. So tomorrow we'll make the scene a little bit more dirty and try to make it a little bit better, like all logically, like because if it's abandoned, it cannot have this much of electricity or lights everywhere. So I have to delete those things, and then have to plan my some light pockets and all, like from I can make another hole the other side or make a broken wall. I can do those things, and if the top part is broken, so I need to add some decals there to make it look like it broken. Right? It's just a shape, so I need to add some debris or something, and those things to make it look more interesting. Okay, so we'll do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll see you
Yes,
guys
sir.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank